Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Technical Learning for All, and I am Swapnil Vyavhare, your friend. So today we are going to understand, step by step practically we will understand what is the EC2 instance in the AWS, and we will not only understand it, we will create the instance practically in the portal, in the AWS. So let's go for it. So today's agenda is what? Understand EC2 instance, then create it step by step in AWS. AWS DevOps with AWS. Session first. So we are going to understand the EC2 instance, and then we are going to create it. We are going to create the EC2 instance step by step. EC2 instance, sorry for that, we are going to create EC2 instance step by step. So let's start it now. Firstly, if you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe. You can search for @technical learning for all. This is my channel, and you can just subscribe if you want. Now let's understand what is the EC2 instance. See, it is not the rocket science. Simple funda boss. If you want to deploy any application, just imagine, as a programmer, if you build one application or if your team build one application, right? Now you want to deploy that application on the server. So now here AWS, here Amazon helping us to create virtual servers, just within few clicks. It's very easy. Earlier it was very complicated things. Earlier they have to install operating system on different servers, and manually DevOps team was installing that required tools, right? Like JDK, then Tomcat server, all those tools in all the server. But now with the help of the AWS, with the help of the Amazon's web services, we can create the virtual machine, within few clicks. So firstly, let's understand theoretically an instance in AWS, specifically within the Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud service. Now this is what EC2 service, Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud service. We are going to create the EC2 instance. So EC2 means what? Elastic Compute Cloud. So this instance of the EC2 service, means what? A virtual server. Now why we need the virtual server? To deploy the application. Now see, here are some basic point. Think of this as a dedicated server. You have complete control over it, and few amazing features by the Amazon are you can create hundreds of the virtual server, within a single click. If you want to install any particular operating system on 100 server, that also you can do within few clicks. We will understand practically today only. Now see, what are the features of this? See, we can install any operating system and software we need. It will not take a lot of time. Within few minutes, you can install multiple operating systems and multiple software, on these virtual servers, and they can act as the web server, database server, development environment, or any other purpose, as per your requirement. Now what are the characteristic? Virtualization. Instances are created using virtualization technology, meaning they share the physical resources of a larger server but operate independently. Scalability. Now just imagine if you want to create 1,000 virtual server, okay. Now if you go for this thing as the manual, okay, manually it will take a lot of time. But with the help of the AWS, okay, you can easily scale, okay, your servers, okay. Here EC2 instance means what? Virtual server only, okay. You can easily scale up or scale down as per the requirement, okay. And you can customize easily within few clicks, okay. You can customize the CPU, memory, storage and all this thing. Now what are the benefits? It is cost effective. Just imagine you want to set up the 100 servers, okay. Just imagine without AWS, if you do that, right, without any cloud service provider, if you do that, so it will take a lot of human effort. Manually we have to arrange that hardware, okay. Manually we have to install multiple application in that server, okay. And like just imagine if you are creating one server for development environment, you are creating one server for production environment, right. And if you are creating one server for the testing environment, now in that all environment, if you want to install the softwares, right, like JDK, then Tomcat, then database like Oracle, right, it will take a lot of manual effort. But with the help of the AWS, it is very easy, okay. You can do this thing within few clicks, okay. And one more best advantage is what? Cost effective. See, you have to pay only for the resource which you are using, okay. Now flexibility is there, right. You can easily adjust your resources, you can scale up, scale down easily. If you want to increase the number of servers, you can increase the number of virtual servers, okay, in the future. So this is the best thing, okay. These instances, okay, we can easily create, okay, by using the AWS portal. So see, rather than wasting time on the theory, okay, let's do it practically. I hope you understood the EC2 service instances, okay. These are nothing but the virtual server we are going to create, okay. And this one we are going to create on the AWS. So let's start it practically. See guys, we will not waste a lot of time in the theory, okay. Let's do it practically, man, okay. Simple funda. Step 1, go to the AWS website. Step 2, click on the sign into the console. If you have not created the account, please create the account, okay. Here's a button. I will not waste time in that. You can just click on this create new account here, okay. And you can fill the details, you can verify email address, okay. And you can add your debit card over there. If you are in India, it will deduct 2 rupees from your account, and those 2 rupees will get refunded to your account once they verify, okay. And in the US, I think it will take $60, okay. I'm not sure about the USA, but in India it will deduct the 2 rupees from your account, okay, and it will again refund that money back. So you have to just verify email address, then fill other information, add your debit card, okay. And once you create your account, okay, simply visit the signin.aws.amazon.com, sign in as the root user, enter your email address which you verified, click on the next, enter your password and click on the sign in. Now once you sign in, okay, we want to create the virtual machine, we want to create the EC2 instance, okay, for our deployment. Then what you can do is that you can just search here EC2, okay, search EC2 here, click on this dashboard, click on the dashboard. At this moment, okay, if you check here, instances running, okay, and it is 0. At this time there is no instance, okay, which is in the running state. So just I want to create one new instance. Just imagine you built one application, okay, like a school management system, okay, and now I want to deploy that application. So to deploy that application, we need the virtual machine, right? So click on the launch instance now. Launch instance and school management prod, okay, production instance, school management production instance, okay. So we are creating the instance directly for the production environment, and you can add any additional tags, right? If you want to like add any tags like production server, production instance, you can add those tag here, okay. But at this moment I'm not going to add any tags. Now see, as I told you, one of the best thing about AWS is that, okay, AWS is providing you the template. So Amazon machine image. Now what is this? It is just like a OS, right, operating system, which is going to get installed, okay, on this instance, right? So if you want to use Red Hat, okay, Red Hat OS or Windows OS or Ubuntu, okay, or Mac OS, okay, you can select that image here, okay. So here I am going to use the Amazon Linux only, and remember we are using the free, okay, we are using the free service. So I am going to use the Amazon Linux here, okay. If you want more information about the images, you can read here, okay, application and OS images, okay. These are nothing but the Amazon machine images. And AMI, okay, AMI means what? Amazon machine image is a template that contain software configuration like what? Operating system, application server, okay, and application which are required to launch your instance, right? So I am going to use the Amazon Linux, this template. It will contain the Linux version, right, Linux OS. So here free tier, okay, and just scroll down, again scroll down. See, this is the important thing, okay. Guys, we are going to create an instance, or we can say like that, we are going to create one virtual machine, okay, for the school management, for the school management software deployment, right? Then now, like there is like concept is like public key and private key, okay. Public key will be available at instance side, okay, and we need the private key, okay. Now just imagine once this virtual machine is created, right, on the AWS cloud. Now tomorrow if I want to connect to this virtual machine, now to connect to this virtual machine I will require the private key, okay, and that private key I can get from this option, okay, create new key pair. And remember, once I click on the create new key pair, right, I will create the key pair, so it will give me one key file. That key file is very important, okay. You have to what we say, copy that key file somewhere. You have to take the backup of that, because whenever you will try to log in to the instance from your local machine, okay, it will ask you for the key file, okay. So click on the create new key pair, then I'm adding here school management keys, okay, school management keys. Now RSA algorithm, RSA encrypted private and public key pair, okay, and I don't want the .pem here because I am using the Windows operating system, and I want to use the putty, okay. Putty is the tool, okay, which we can use to connect to the virtual machine. Putty is the tool which we can use to connect to this virtual machine, to this EC2 instance which we are going to create, right? So select the .pp key here if you are using the Windows. Now click on the create key pair. Once I click on the create key pair, it will download the file, key file. See, we got it, school management keys.ppk, okay. So .ppk, this is the file, okay, and it contains our keys, fine. And this file is most important, okay. You have to copy this, okay, you have to take backup of that. If we go down now, create security group, I will select this one only, don't want to select any existing security group. Now allow SSH traffic from. See, as I told you, once this instance will get created, I may want to connect that instance in the future, right? So to allow that connection from anywhere by using the putty tool, right? By using any tool, okay? We can select the anywhere here. So it will allow the connection from anywhere. SSH connection. Then configuration storage will be same. Okay, everything will be same now. Okay, now number of instances, if you want you can create 1000 also, but it may charge you. Okay, it may cost you. So for demo purpose we are just going to create only one instance. Okay, and then scroll down here, read this, the guideline for the free tier. Okay, and then click on the launch instance. Okay, see, I will again repeat what we have done. We click on the launch instance earlier, right? Then we came to this page, we added the name for that instance. Okay, then we selected the image here, right? Amazon Linux has the image. After that, what we done, we selected the free tier. Okay, and we generated that key file. Okay, we got the key file in our system, this one, school management keys.ppk, right? And then what we have done is that we selected the allow SSH traffic from anywhere. Okay, after this what we have done, we added the number of instances as only one. I want only one instance, okay, for production. And then click on the launch instance. So once you click on the launch instance, okay, it will take some time. It will create the security group, then security group rules, then it will launch the instance. See, successfully initiated the launch of the instance. Now if you want to check this, right, what you can do is that either you can click here or you can go to your EC2 dashboard. Okay, from this dashboard you can go to the instance running. Okay, now in the instance running, right, whatever instance we created now, okay, that is in the running state. It will take some time for initializing. Okay, initialization status check is initialization. It may take 1 or 2 minutes. It will pass a few tests. Okay, so wait for passing. Let me refresh it, man. Refreshing it. Okay, still it is in the initialization. Okay, wait for some time. Okay, let's wait for some time. See, platform, if you check here you can check the other information. Okay, or what you can do, simply you can select it. Once you select the instance, right, see, it will show the information below. Let me refresh it because still status is in initializing only. Oh man, it is taking a lot of time today. Generally it will not take more than 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, if you check here, right, here we are getting the IPv4, DNS, then status, then lot of information is there, key file. Okay, all these things. Let us refresh again to check whether it is initialized or not. Okay, I don't know how much time it will take for initializing. Okay, but I hope it should not take more than 5 minutes. Okay, so let's do one thing now. We have already created the instance. Okay, now this instance is running now, right? Now we want to connect to this instance, okay, remotely by using the putty tool. So download the putty, go to Google, search for download putty, go to the putty.org, click on this, click on download putty. Okay, and download it for Windows 64. See, Windows installer, it is downloading, right? Once it downloaded the putty, click on this right hand side. Okay, and we are going to install that now. Next, install. Yes, so our putty is now installed. I'm closing the readme, cancelling this one. So the steps which we have done are what? We created the EC2 instance. Okay, what we have done? Step 1, we created EC2 instance. You can select that virtual server kind of thing, virtual machine, okay, with Linux. Okay, step 2, we downloaded ppk file also, right? Ppk file at the end of creation, right? This is most important. Okay, this is most important, man. You should not lose this file. Then step 3, what we have done? Downloaded putty. Now by using this putty tool, okay, we want to connect to the instance. Let's check whether our instance status check is completed or not. Let me refresh again. Great. Okay guys, see, it should not take more than 5 minutes, okay, but it depends. So now status check is what? 2 of 2 checks passed. Okay, now fantastic. Now our instance is ready for use. Okay, so open the putty tool now. Putty here, putty tool, and host name, right? In the host name you can add the public IPv4 DNS. So to copy this, click on this square, public IPv4 DNS copied, right? Now go to putty tool, Control V, pasted here. Default SSH port is 22 for SSH. Okay, and now for authentication we need the ppk file. Okay, so click on the connections, SSH. Here click on the auth, go to the credentials. In the credentials select the private key file, and remember the name of the file also, guys. Okay, so our file was for the school management. Okay, so in this file our school management key will be there. Okay, so open that. Now this is the path of the ppk file, right? Once we click on the open, okay, it will open the terminal, Linux terminal for us. So click on the open, accept it. Great, see, we got the putty terminal, right? Now it is asking me for login as. So for the Amazon Linux, because as you remember, right, while creating the instance we selected that image as what? Amazon Linux. There were different images like Ubuntu, then there was for Red Hat, for Windows, right? We selected what? Amazon Linux. For Amazon Linux the default username is default username, let me search it, guys. I'm not remembering that. Default user for Amazon Linux is EC2-user. Okay, EC2-user. So login as EC2-user, enter. Authenticating with the help of our ppk file, right? Public key, then authentication done, and finally login successful. See, EC2 user terminal portal. Okay, now I want to use the root user here. So for the root user, sudo space -i. Okay, see, now we logged in as a root user, okay, on this terminal, and from here, okay, we can execute that Linux command. Okay, and like we can install some tools which we want, okay, on this instance. Okay, on this instance we can install some tools, like for example we install JDK, right? Then we install Tomcat server. So you can perform that installation as per your requirement in the future. Okay, our today's goal was just to create the virtual machine. Okay, so we created the virtual machine, or we can say like that, EC2 instance, okay, with the name school management production instance, right? And we connected to that instance by using putty. Okay, now just imagine if you want to see the root folder, right? ls then slash, give ls slash enter. Now see the way we get in the Linux server, right? So we got all the folder which are at the root location. So there are folder like bin, boot, dev, etc, home, lib, local media, opt, all the folder we have here, right? Now you can just go to the user folder. Okay, so for user cd usr pwd. So we are at the root now. cd, let me do one thing, ls nothing. Okay, now we are in this root folder, right? So cd space dot dot then ls. Okay, we went back, okay, and did the ls command. Okay, now if you check, we got the directory here. Now if I want to go inside the user, right, cd usr. Now we are inside the usr directory. Okay, now if you do ls here, so in the usr directory we got this folder, right? Like we have bin, games, include, lib, tmp, right? In the temporary, like it will put the temporary files. So guys, see, actually we need to learn a lot of Linux command. Our today's agenda was done. Okay, in today's session simply we created the virtual machine. Okay, EC2 instance. We understood what is the EC2 instance. Okay, we created the EC2 instance, okay, virtual server, and we downloaded a putty tool, and by using putty we connected to the virtual server, right? So thanks a lot, and in my upcoming session I will try to explain few more Linux command. Okay, so thanks a lot. One thing which I forgot to tell you, okay, click on exit, click on again exit, so you can exit from the terminal. And as we know that it is the free, right? So you don't want some additional charges, right? So to avoid the additional charges, what you can do, you know, simply select your instance, okay, and you can just terminate that instance. Okay, see, there is stop instance, reboot instance, and terminate. Termination means what? It will completely remove the instance, okay, from this. Okay, and you will not be able to start that instance again. You can use that template for other, okay, but you will not be able to restart it. So you can simply terminate it. It is like deleting the instance only. Okay, so select the particular instance and terminate. So it will avoid the additional charges. Okay, you will not get additional charges from Amazon. So better to terminate when you are learning. Okay, refresh it. See, once you terminate it, right, if you go to EC2 dashboard, from the instances running, okay, if you check here you will get the 0, right? It is removed. So thanks a lot for watching this video. Have a great time ahead, and if you think that you are getting useful videos on this channel, okay, you can subscribe. Technical learning for all. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, and bye bye.